Welcome back. We have been looking at markets that are just about holding on to their gains. The 0.5% start was not held on to, but 0.4% is as good as you can get. So decent performance in the markets. The mid-caps are outperforming. Mid-caps in particular, especially some of the momentum boys, notably pick up Suzlon. That stock had a very good run after it reported swinging into EBITDA profit from an EBITDA loss for the first time in 7 quarters. We have the management with us. Kirti Vagadia, the Group Head Finance of Suzlon Group, joins us in a boardroom chat. Kirti, thank you very much for joining us. First, what investors would be wanting for, there is a swing at the EBITDA level. When does the swing happen at the net level? When do you turn black at a net profit level?
Yeah, first of all, it was our priority to deliver operational profit, which we delivered in Q4 of last year. As you might have noted that our increase in revenue, favorable market and product mix has been key factor for delivering this operational profit. However, as you are asking me about net profit at PAT level, definitely our quarterly interest cost is roughly about 430 crore. And for delivering quarterly profitability at net level, we need more revenue by 1200 to 1500 crore. Means about a 7000 to 7500 crore revenue can generate us at a net profit level.
Kirti, hi, good morning. So do you think this 7,500 crore revenue figure could be achieved in FY15? And what is the order book visibility like for FY15?
We do have very strong order backlog at 46,000 crore. So order backlog is not an issue at all. Definitely we need to ramp up our volume very quickly, which is our priority for FY15.
Okay, so that was Sonia's question, Kirti. The 7,500 crores is an FY15 target?
No, it is a quarterly revenue we are talking about.
Oh, sorry. Okay. But you see it happening in this year?
We are attempting to it.
Okay. Now, can you give us some details on the Senvion performance in Q4? How did it look? And also in FY15, what kind of trajectory would you expect?
Sure. I would not prefer to go for any of our subsidiary on a quarterly basis, but definitely I can give you the perspective about annual profitability. On a financial year FY14, Senvion has delivered a revenue of about 1.8 billion euro and EBITDA of 145 million, which is 8% of revenue, and at EBIT level it is 5.5%. So far as total performance of Senvion is concerned, since our acquisition in 2007, it has remained profitable growth mode. And in last 3 years, which was bad for industry, Senvion has continued to make profit. And most remarkable factor about Senvion's performance is in a last year we have 25% increase in EBITDA despite 20% decline in revenue. This clearly indicates that we have delivered only profitable orders.
Okay. So are you considering relisting Senvion, and if yes, on which bourse?
First of all, relisting of a Senvion is one of the options which we may explore, but definitely I would say that we are working on optimizing our capital structure, and that is our one of key priority in FY15, and this could be one of the options.
Would it be the entire company, or would it be a part of it? Will it be in London Stock Exchange? Will it be in India?
I would say that those kind of details are something which once we finalize our plan we will able to discuss.
Okay. You did mention that you are
But
targeting...
definitely, see, I
Yes,
just
go ahead.
wanted to highlight that valuation of wind OEM has improved significantly. European wind OEMs are trading roughly at 10 multiple of EBITDA, so it is an attractive option.
Okay.
So you said European, so I would assume it's an overseas listing?
Senvion is an European company.
Okay, fine.
All right. You said that you would be looking at about 7,500 crores per quarter in terms of revenue. So that's something that you're targeting. Where do you expect the growth to come in from? Will it be from the domestic business or will it be from the global business? And which is the segment that gives you better margins?
See, first of all, whatever is the growth, current year we are expecting that global market is going to grow at about 40% and India market is also going to grow by 40%. And Suzlon is a global company with presence across 32 countries. We are very well positioned in our core market with either number 1 or 2 or 3 position in those markets. India definitely remains our key for driving the growth over and above Germany, France, UK, Canada, Australia and US, where we are pretty strong.
Okay. Can you also update us on what exactly is the gross debt, what is the net debt of the company, and what is the kind of repayment schedule that you have for the debt?
Okay, just to simplify the things, I would say that my rupee debt is roughly about 9,000 crore and my US dollar denominated debt including FCCB is about $1.2 billion. If I talk about repayment, my forex debt, which is USD debt, half of that is having a bullet repayment in FY19 and the balance half is having bullet repayment in FY20.
Okay.
So far as my rupee debt is concerned, definitely it is a ballooning repayment schedule. Up to September of this year, we are not having any principal repayment, and then the principal repayment start in a very, I would say, with a very small amount. In current year, we are required to pay roughly about 117 crore, next year 350 crore, and year thereafter about 466 crore. So you can imagine that it is a less than 5% payment in a year.
Point taken, Kirti. Is there any part of the FCCB negotiations that is yet to conclude? There was an ad hoc committee that was looking at the negotiations of one tranche of the FCCBs. What's the update?
No, we are not looking at one tranche of FCCB. We are working on all 4 tranches of FCCB, 4 series of FCCB. And we have already signed term sheet as well as stencil agreement with ad hoc committee of the bondholders. Now we need to complete approval, regulatory approval, including Reserve Bank of India approval, and we need to have a formal meeting of bondholders, which we are scheduling on 9th of July.
But it will be the same terms as you just discussed. Only that, as you say,
Exactly.
at stencil form,
Yes,
which
it
will
is
be
a cashless 5-year repayment, and
Okay.
rate of interest is roughly about 3.75 and 3.75 in first 2 years, and then in next 3 years it is about 5.5.
Yeah, you have assurance that it will go through. I mean, since the ad hoc committee has approved, you don't see any hiccups here on. We should take it as a done deal.
I don't foresee any hiccups on that.
Fair enough.
Okay, just one final question then. You said you have a 9,000 crore rupee debt. What's the plan as far as asset monetization is concerned, and what could we expect in FY15, and how much do you plan to reduce your debt to?
First of all, on asset sale, we have made a decent progress in last year. We sold roughly about 700 crore, which is from Big Sky and China in last year. We are planning to raise further about 1,000 crore from sale of our component unit, some of manufacturing facilities and office complexes. However, one need to note that we are not a distressed seller, so we will be looking at right opportunity. We are planning to raise about 1,000 crore in a year.
All right, Kirti, we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for joining us with all those details. Okay, so that's Suzlon. It's got a thumbs up from the markets as well. As you can see, a 9.3% uptick after those numbers, and the turnover.